How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Um, in this video, sorry about that. Huh. In this video, we're going to be talking about obviously the new facility that's going to be opening in 2026. Now, as you guys don't know, Notre Dame is getting a new facility, new athletic facility. So it's basically going to be for football, basketball, hockey, basically all sports, but football is obviously included in that. So yeah, so that's expected to open in 2026, man, and I can't be more excited for the future. I think that the administration is finally starting to open up. You know, they're starting to, I guess, like respect football now, um, because I think they believe in Freeman. They believe that Marcus Freeman could win. So they're starting to. It feels like they're starting to, invest money into the football program to get, the talent or whatever. Um, and they're also probably, and I also think that they're using the NIL money too to get, talent, which that's something that they weren't doing, when Brian Kelly was there. Like they weren't. I guess it didn't seem like they were really that invested. Maybe because they didn't feel like Brian Kelly could, maybe they felt like Brian Kelly couldn't win them games or that he couldn't like help them win. But I think they think that Marcus Freeman, they're invested in him because they think that he can win. Because they know that he's an outstanding recruiter. If you guys don't know, he is the best recruiter in the country. That's what obviously 24/7 Sports had said that, or I think it was on three or something. It said that he was like one of the best recruiters, if not the best recruiter in the country. Like, so I mean, they're invested in him. They're really investing money into him because they not just into him, but into the football program as a whole. Like they think that he can win, so they're starting to open up the paycheck, like starting to care more about football. Like, um, so obviously the new facility. I'm really really excited for that. I think that new facility is only going to help help getting elite players, elite like talent and whatnot, elite recruits. I think that's definitely going to be a something that's because okay, the facilities that we have now aren't that bad. They're not necessarily bad, but they're definitely not great either. Like they're not that bad, but then again, they're not great. Um, so I think that this new facility is definitely going to um, it's going to help like attract like recruits and like elite players. If you know what I mean. So that's why I think that this new facility is a good. I'm just excited for it because I think the future is bright, as I was saying under Marcus Freeman, and I like the new AD of course as well. Like Pete Pavako is the one that obviously came. I think Marcus Freeman was the one that came up with the idea, but Pete Pavako, was the one that basically Pete Pavako is invested. He's all in. He wants to win a national championship. Marcus Freeman, and that he knows that Marcus Freeman. They believe Marcus Freeman is the coach to win them a national championship, which I believe that. As you guys know, of course, it's all got to pay off in the field. Of course, he's got to improve a lot in terms of like when he's in his big games and whatnot. Like the Ohio State game, the 10 men in the field, like that stuff like that. Just little mistakes he's got to clean up. But other than that, I think that he's going to be a national championship coach. Just based off of what I see, just the way he talks, the way he recruits, as I was saying, he's putting in all the work that he can, to win, a national championship, and that's his goal. Obviously, that's the um, Pete Pavakwa's goal. He wants the football team. He wants to bring. He wants them to win another national championship because it's been since 1988. Of course, it's been over 20 years. It's been 30 plus years since we won a national title. Um, and he says that that's basically his main goal. That he wants to bring a title back to South Bend, and Marcus Freeman as well. Marcus Freeman, his goal is to get another national title because again we haven't won it in a long time. We haven't won a national title since 1988. So I'm just excited for the future, just the way, and it's not, and I'm not saying that Marcus Freeman's going to win us a national title, but I think that I trust him to make, I trust him to win us a national title than I would Brian Kelly. I don't think Brian Kelly's heart was truly there, as I was saying. I really just don't think his heart was truly there. Like when you're at Notre Dame, you're supposed to you basically got to like travel like all over the world to recruit. Um, as of where at LSU, you don't have to do any of that. Like you could just sit down and just get 5 stars easily. Because obviously they don't have academics, but at a place like Notre Dame, you have to go recruit like nationally. Like you have to go travel around the world. Different like different states and whatnot. Like and actually put in the work if you want to, win a national title. So I felt like Brian Kelly, he made that, he made a big, he was just a person that made excuses. He'd always like point the finger at everyone else but himself. You know, he'd always say, "Oh, we can't win at Notre Dame." Well, that's if you can't win at Notre Dame if you don't put in the work. And you don't put in the work, well, you're not going to ever win. And a place like Notre Dame, you got to recruit nationally, as I was saying, and that's what Marcus Freeman's doing. So that's the difference between him and Brian Kelly. Again, uh, and again, he doesn't make excuses either. But anyways, so yeah, this new athletic facility is only going to help, you know, getting the best players like in the country, like top 5 players, whatever it is. Because Marcus Freeman wants to, he's recruiting his recruiting class, I think, is in the top 5 right now. If you guys go look it up, his 2024 class and 2025 class, I think they're in the top 5 right now. And of course, that's going to change. That could change, but right now that's way better than what Brian Kelly was doing because Brian Kelly was recruiting and he would always be like number 15 or number 20 or something like that. And that's just because he didn't put in the work. He didn't put in the effort to get the talent that he needed. He wanted to sit there and say, oh, well, he felt limited there. He felt limited. He wasn't limited. Put in the work. That's what you got to do at Notre Dame. You got to recruit nationally. You know what I mean? If you want to win a national title, you got to recruit. Plain and simple. Like you're not going to win anything if you just don't recruit at all. You just sit there and play golf or whatever. You're not going to win at a place like Notre Dame. Like you just sit there and make excuses and say that that you can't win there, but you can. You just got to put in the effort. As I was saying, the effort is what matters, and again, that's what you got to do if you want to win there. You got to put in the effort. And yeah, maybe it could be tiring. Maybe certain coaches get tired of like traveling and whatnot, but that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do if if you want to win a natty there. So that's just that's just the thing that I keep on saying. That's what Marcus Freeman's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. He's recruiting all over. He's basically traveling to different states and whatnot. He's basically that's all he's really doing. Like he's not playing golf. He's not you know sitting in his office all day or anything. He's out there. He's with the players 24/7. Um, he's out there recruiting nationally. To get the talent that he needs. And also too, he's getting support from the administration because they believe that he can win and that he can win. Get another national championship. For Notre Dame. So yeah, so that's why. Again, that's why I feel this way. That's why I feel like Marcus Freeman is that coach. But anyways, this new facility, all this stuff, it's just great timing. That we're getting this new facility. We're getting all, a lot of the administration is finally starting to, realize, starting to respect football now. Um, it's just all just great timing, and I think honestly, Marcus Freeman is, of course, he's got to prove himself, but I definitely think he is the future of Notre Dame. That's just my opinion because as long as he keeps on recruiting the way he is, as long as his recruiting classes, are in the top five, which I believe that they are. I believe right now that's where it is. Like his recruiting classes right now are sitting at number five, I believe, and some of them I think are even sitting at number one or even number two. So that's because of the effort, as I was saying. But anyways, yeah, the new facility that's absolutely great. I couldn't be more excited for the future, as I was saying. Um, and yeah, it seems like the new facility it's only going to help. Getting talented players, getting the players that you need. And they that really is what it recruits. That's what really matters. They care about what a facility looks like. They care if the facility doesn't look that great to them, they're not going to come. You know, and I feel like that's gonna. Well, I think that's a part of it in a way. Uh, but that's a big part. Like the stadium, was outdated for a while. But Brian Kelly, and this is something I agree with him on, is that yeah, it was outdated, and he was the one that wanted it to get upgraded, wanted it to he wanted it he wanted it to get renovated. Basically, is what I was saying because it was it was outdated or whatever. It just looked like old. So, but anyways, let me know what you guys think. New facility coming, open in 2026. The future, I think, is bright for Notre Dame football, as I was saying. Uh, but anyways, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe button, and see you on the next one. And go Irish.